Hello? What? Babies in the chimney? I'm on it. We need to save your family. We've all experienced wildlife in our homes. Everything from mice in the basement to raccoons in our attics. But how do they get there? And more importantly, how do we get them out? On today's episode, I work with Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control to learn all about how creatures make their way into our homes and see if I have what it takes to be a wildlife control technician. Hey Bill, nice to meet you.
Hi Christina, great meeting you. Thanks for coming.
Very excited for today.
So are we. We have a lot to teach you. Love it that you're wearing a Skedaddle green jacket.
I didn't even plan for it. So
That's excellent. We got a fun day. Come on, let's go and get started.
yeah, let's do it.
I started Skedaddle way back in 1989, so over 30 years ago. Just saw a need for urban wildlife control. You know, back then, and even to some extent today, in some of the markets that we're looking at launching franchises where companies are trapping and relocating animals, which really isn't a humane methodology. 70% of relocated animals die. There's so many animals in our urban centers now, we're never gonna get rid of them. So we focus on the animal proofing of the house. It was a different, unique concept. Virtually every city that we went into, we were successful and just couldn't keep up with the overwhelming demand. So, as we open new franchises across Canada and the US, we're seeing the same thing. Every single city has a need for our humane, ethical services and our animal proofing techniques and procedures.
Hi, I'm Corey Lewis, and I'm Skedaddle's Director of Technical Operations. My primary responsibilities here at Skedaddle are to help launch and support our newest franchises. I also play a role in supporting our local technicians as they're onboarded and begin their training process.
Animals normally get into homes multiple of areas. We start our process off by doing a 35 to 50 point property assessment. So basically there's anywhere from 35 to 50 areas on every single home where animals, rodents, birds can get into structures.
To not only identify what type of animal they have, but also how they're getting in and how we can keep them out permanently.
Most people, when they realize they have an animal in their home, first off, they can't believe it. Was that something I heard? Was it not? What was that scratching? If you're a homeowner, you see that hole in the roof, that's the tip of the iceberg. Wait till you see the damage on the inside. It is astounding.
I think one of the most enjoyable, certainly memorable experiences I've had at Skedaddle occurred in my first year, probably on one of my first skunk calls. We had discovered that the skunks had actually broken through a wall vent that was underneath the porch and had entered the ceiling of the basement. This particular unfortunate homeowner had 3 different skunks running around in her basement, and it stunk to high heavens, and it's probably the most fun experience I had had in my training, and one that I'll never forget.
So did you go home smelling like skunk?
Absolutely. Had to throw out every stitch of clothing I was wearing that day. My truck and my person smelt for over a week. It was quite nasty. That's right.
We're really excited for our first day. We are going to show Christina how to get raccoons out of a chimney. Very difficult to do, but with our experience, we're going to show her how to do it safely and humanely. We're going to teach her how to animal-proof a home, whether it be screening a chimney, screening vents. We've been teaching this to staff and franchises for, many, many years. Christina's going to be a great learner, and we're going to show her all these fun things.
All right, we are here with Corey, Director of Technical Support, and he's going to teach me about chimneys for the first challenge. And there's a lot here, so talk me through it.
Yeah, thank you, Christina. Raccoons are one of the most common animals that we deal with, and in the urban environment, one of their favorite den sites is a chimney.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do today is use this mock-up of a typical urban chimney to remove not only a raccoon, but a family of babies. I'm gonna hand you these.
Okay.
These are gonna be what protects you in case the babies wanna bite at you or scratch you. You need to figure out how to get up and over it to where the babies are in behind.
Am I doing it right, or am I? Oh.
You just gotta find the right pivot point.
There we go, I got the flap open.
Yeah, a lot of times what happens is mom gets a couple feet up into the chimney and just vacates the bladder, and you literally get rained on by raccoon urine, which is one of the most foul and strongest smelling, liquids you could ever be exposed to.
Does my head need to be in the chimney?
Sometimes you gotta crawl right inside. You
Gosh, I got some babies. I say let's learn about the next little baby box.
Sounds good. So now that we've got our fistful of babies, our job now is to get them out of the house. And at that point, we're gonna use this, which is our baby box. And we've constructed these baby boxes with a false bottom in them. So there's a heating pad built into the bottom of the box. So we need to keep them safe and warm during that period.
So is our job done basically from here? We place them in the box and then we let the mom kind of do the job?
Yeah, so mom is usually gonna be kicked out of the chimney right away and she'll take off. But her next job then is to find out where my babies are, how do I get to them?
Okay.
And so very easily she'll approach the box, she'll sense that they're in there.
Probably take them out with the mouth.
She'll grab one in her mouth
That's
and then
not her
off,
child,
off
but
she goes.
Corey, we learned about the babies, we learned about the chimneys, but now I want to learn how to keep the animals out and stay out. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's obviously one of the most critical parts of our job. Everybody wants their animals out, but what they definitely don't want is them to come back.
Oh my gosh.
This is a very standard roof vent that most people have on their homes, and the
Yeah.
raccoons just opened it up like a can.
That's crazy to me that raccoons have that kind of strength. That's
Oh, yeah.
insane.
Anything that's releasing heat from your home is going to be a target for wildlife.
Okay, so you're really just allowing animals to do what they've always been created to do, just live in the wild, stay in the wild, and not use human-made items to make homes in them. So let's learn how to seal these babies up.
Sure. What we're gonna do is a tight fitted wrap that goes around the perimeter of the vent and is crimped on and screwed down so it actually looks like it was designed to be there.
How's this?
Looks good.
It's not bad?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
good for your first time.
Oh, yeah. Great, so now the screws.
Yep.
You know, this is my first time probably using power tools too.
Is that right?
Drill in. Not bad. Okay, I just needed a little bit of practice, you know? I can't. I really feel like I'm so bad at this.
It actually looks really good.
Okay,
I'm happy.
you're happy?
You're hired.
No, no, no. Okay. Ta-da!
Great job.
You made that look seamless. And then
I've probably
got in
done
there.
about 10,000 of them in my career, so yeah.
Wow, so much to learn, so little time. Even though there were quite a few things I had to learn by the end of day one, I felt like I got a pretty good sense of the nuts and bolts required to do the job. Harness training, learning to protect myself from any bites, and so much more. But in the back of my mind, I knew tomorrow we would be dealing with real animals, and I knew that could get pretty unpredictable. Even though wild animals were created for the outdoors, how can they resist the heat of a warm home? Especially during spring baby season, where moms want their babies to have the best chance at survival. Baby squirrels are ready to leave mom at 4 months old, but baby raccoons stay with their mums for almost a full year. The most important thing you can do for baby wildlife is allow the mothers the space to raise their little ones to fend for themselves. But if they end up in your home, you know who to call. We are here, it's day 2, I got the t-shirt on, and we're on the first site of the day, and I'm very excited because apparently there's 3 raccoons in the attic. We're going to be meeting Chris, the technician on site, and he's gonna be walking us through what we're doing, how it's gonna be done, and I'm gonna see if I have what it takes to be a wildlife control operator, technician. Let's go do this thing.
Today we've got at least one, hopefully multiple raccoons in this detached garage here. They've torn a roof vent off the roof, gotten in through there, so we're gonna see what we can do about getting them out.
All right, well, I say let's get geared up and tackle this first site.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
First thing we're gonna do is get our gloves on, and then we'll put a harness on. If we're gonna get the raccoons out, we need to make sure they don't get back in, right? So we gotta do some prevention work to make sure that this is a lifetime solution to their raccoon issue. This is a roof vent. It's what vents the attic space so that heat and moisture can escape. But raccoons will feel that heat, moisture, etc. And then they know, okay, there's somewhere to live on there, especially when it starts to get cold. There's somewhere warm in there. So then they'll either just tear this plastic cap off, or in the case like they've done here on the bottom, it's just secured with 3 nails. So they'll just grab the bottom of this and they'll just tear it right up. We have this steel screen that we've made. We're gonna pop that on just like that. And then we're gonna screw it down with 4 screws.
Great.
Nicely done. There we go. Good. Yeah. Perfect.
Nice. That's in all secure. Well, I guess it's time to get some raccoons.
Go find that raccoon,
yeah.
One thing we like to do, just to make sure we're prepared for what we're getting into, is we want to do a thermal scan of the ceilings. So this will help us pick up any heat signatures that a raccoon might be creating that's just sitting on the drywall above. Purple is colder and yellow is warmer.
Oh, it looks like there's some spots there.
Yeah, over here we've got a couple of hot spots.
Could those be the raccoons sitting, just nestling up over there?
Very well could be, yep. So at least now we know, we have a rough idea of where they might be, so when we go up in the hatch, we're a little bit more prepared than just completely going in blind.
Yeah, instead of them just being right at the hatch, running out.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now that we found them, let's go get them.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you? Have you gotten peed on?
I've been bit once in the past. Yeah, learned my lesson on that one pretty quick.
Oh no.
I've been peed on, I've been pooped on, yeah, you name it.
Let's open that attic.
Ready?
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. I didn't know raccoons poop that big. Oh no, that's gross. Jeez Louise. Nasty. Okay, let's get this light on. All right, let's get on up there.
Go get them, Christina.
Oh my gosh, I'm kind of nervous. They're gonna run at me. Oh, there's so much poop. There's so much poop. Oh no. Oh, I'm so nervous. Do I just kind of go on up?
You gotta make room for me.
Yeah.
I wanna come up.
Okay. Just kind of nasty. So we're in the attic now, and the task is to actually find the raccoons. We kind of found them with the heat sensor earlier, but there's a lot of stuff here, as you can see, meaning that they could be hidden in any little area here. So I'm gonna go help them. We found one. It's in the corner over there. Oh, I see him.
See him?
I do, I see him. Guys, I see the raccoon. He's very tightly in the corner. So what they're trying to do right now is get him out through another way, another route.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I was just up there, and as they started cutting the hole, the raccoon's face started looking at me. It was biting the stick, and then it ran towards me, and it was exhilarating. It was wild. Oh my goodness, that was so cool. That was so cool. Their heads are so cute, but they're scary actually a little. It's game time. I think it's about to happen. Here we go.
Here he comes.
Oh.
All right, you just back up a bit, he'll come out.
Oh my gosh. Here it is. Nice work. Nice work. Okay, Bill, that was crazy. We just saved some raccoons, which is awesome. And I saw their faces and it just kind of crawled out, fell on the ladder. It was a very cool experience for me.
It is always a cool experience with raccoons. You know, you never know what they're going to do. You know, we have some systems in place and a general feel, but they're all different. They have a mind of their own. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Always a fun job.
So the next location, where are we going?
Yeah, the next location we're going, Christina, is a rat call. So this is, rats and mice are about 50% of our calls.
Oh, okay.
And that goes across all of our locations and franchise locations. So we'll see if you pass this test or challenge.
Corey, we just finished site number 1, and that actually took us quite a while, which I didn't expect. I guess you never know what you're going to get when you go onto a site.
You absolutely never know what you're going to get into until you're actually into it. Yeah, we had quite the challenge at that site. Fortunately for us, this site has already been rat-proofed. We're at a rat house right now, but our job today is to take a look in the crawl space and see what kind of damage has been done so that we can put a quote together for doing cleanup and restoration of the space.
I feel like a surgeon with all this stuff on. Truly feels like I'm at a crime scene right now. This is so intense. Oh, I'm hot. I'm so hot already. Now I'm doing some surgery. Okay. This is off. All right, I think we got it open. Wow. Literally, it feels like we're in the apocalypse. Like I'm dressed for a zombie apocalypse, truly. Let's get in there. This is the situation here. Rat poop everywhere. Ugh. Oy. Okay. Ah, it's so scary and tiny. Ugh. So we're in the crawl space and we're just trying to figure out what the rats have really just demolished. And as you can see, all of this insulation from the rats has been destroyed, all of the plastic. They have a few holes. There's a hole right here where they've burrowed. And as you can see, all this plastic around me has just been eaten into. There's rat droppings everywhere. Everything's just deteriorating. And that's truly just because of the rats. Rats can cause so much damage. All right, so lots of work to be done here, obviously, but I think I'm gonna let the other crew do it. I've done my job by investigating the space. And I'm freaking out because there's a lot of noises, so I'm worried the rats are just gonna come scurrying out. I don't think they would, but, and I'm also very hot. I can't even imagine doing this in the summertime, but I'm sweating. This job is not for the faint of heart. Corey went in there, kind of did some investigating. Obviously, the rats have destroyed a lot.
They certainly have. It looks like you did a very thorough inspection. Really happy with that performance today.
Thank you.
All we need to do next is take some measurements so that we can put a proper quote together for restoring that crawl space.
Awesome. Let's go to the next site.
Sounds good.
Looks like we're getting a call.
Oh, we have a call here from a client. Let's see what we're going on. Good afternoon, Bill speaking. How can I help you?
I don't even know if you can help me or if I've called the right place. I've been looking after my neighbor's house while they're away, and for some reason, I don't know why, they've been trying to trap a squirrel. It makes no sense to me, but they have been, and they got one. I don't know what to do. Can you help me?
Christina, you want to go see an emergency? We call this emergency call. A squirrel in a trap, release it, save this animal?
Yeah,
Does
let's
this sound
go.
like fun?
We'll be right there to help you. We'll
Okay.
get your address sent out to the call center, and then we'll figure it out and be right there. Bill, we have made it to our emergency call, and there's a squirrel in this box.
The neighbor was quite frantic because this squirrel has been in here for a number of days. You can see how agitated it is back and forth. You know, yeah, we're just going to let this animal out because that's the most humane thing to do, because it'll have its home 7 or 10 den sites in numerous homes in the neighborhood. So
Right.
we're going to teach you how to let a squirrel out of a trap.
Perfect. And I have these gloves for protection because there's a chance that as we're picking up this box, as we're opening the trap, that there could be some biting, so we're just protecting ourselves, obviously.
Positive news is it's not a skunk.
Yes.
That might be the next emergency call we go on. We'll get dealing with a skunk.
Maybe I need a little bit more training for the skunk.
Right,
but, okay.
exactly.
I'm gonna name him Frank. Frank, we're letting you go.
Okay.
Sorry, just relax. Okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, Frank, be free.
There he goes.
Bye, Frank. That feels good.
Doesn't that?
Just letting him go free to his home. That was beautiful. What a way to end the day. Thank you so much, Bill, for teaching me the ins and outs of everything. I'll give you a little handshake.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so fun. I got into an attic, I got into a crawl space, and as with every episode, I gotta ask, do I have what it takes to be a wildlife control operator
I
technician?
think you have it 110% to be a skedaddle wildlife control technician. Pass with flying colors, the great attitude. That's what it takes. We're going to teach you everything. You're a great learner, so yeah, this is a fun day.
Awesome, and maybe with a little bit more practice, I can actually maybe snare a raccoon one day.
Next episode.
Next episode. Thank you so much.
All right, thank
Awesome.
you.
Being out in the field and learning about wildlife was eye-opening. Humans have moved into homes in the spaces where animals once were. Being a wildlife technician means so much more than just getting the job done, but ensuring both human and animal can both coexist in those spaces peacefully.